Okay, what is going on, guys? My name is Gamer, and welcome to Prison Architect. I have played this game before. If I can turn this down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I have played this game before. Although, as you can see by the unlinking, or link, whatever. I didn't get too far because of a little glitch that happened where it wouldn't let me place down I believe it was, yeah. I believe it was where I couldn't place down a certain building because it just not let me for whatever reason. No reason why, just didn't let me. But yeah, this game is fucking awesome. It's like The Escapist, but it has better and worse elements than that. It's got better elements as in, you can play as the warden building the prison, and you can play as the prisoner escaping, I believe. And it's bad as in, there isn't too much stuff you can do as a prisoner, but there is a lot more stuff you can do as a warden. There is a story campaign, which I'll be doing, which it does get, I believe, yeah, it is pretty good for the campaign, or story mode. But yeah, this is gonna have fucking blood and shit, like every other game I played on the channel. Yeah, every other game I played on the channel is blood-like. But yeah, if you guys just give me a second, I will start playing the game. But let me just take a look at the downloadable content in a second. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at downloadable content. All day and night, see reform in a different light with these new wardens and maps. Only podcast will do. Okay. It's not going to be free, is it? It might be, because the game is fucking awesome and it does cost money. Ah, come on. New behaviors means the challenges. How well will you cope? So they both cost $3.30. Okay, I might get that sometime. But yeah, I tried to make a thing there, as you can see, but it never really worked out well. So let's delete that. Let's go. Yeah, this is the one that always glitched out for me. Okay. Yes, yeah, let's begin the story from beginning to finish. Maybe in the stream, maybe just in one stream, maybe not. You'll be hearing this a bit. You'll be hearing that. Sorry if that was loud. This is basically showing you what the place should be like. Like you know, like just like the game in general. And this is the story. The story is very good. The game is awesome, I'll give it that. The CEO is calling. This is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for this guy's big day. This is where I want the facility to be built. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself. We need to make sure we have enough space inside to fit all the rooms we require. In this instance, we need an execution chamber and a cell. So let's get started. To construct a new building, press left on the D-pad to open the construction menu and then select structure. From there, simply select building, brick, position. To position the cursor where you would like to start building. Hold X and drag out the shape of the building you'd like to create. But before that, 24-hour clock, yeah. Always say it, never, every 3 minutes, 20 minutes, okay, yeah. Okay. Yep. So it's left and D-pad, structure, brick, and then from here to here. Keep in mind I am playing this on PlayStation, so sorry about clunky controls or anything like that. One sec, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Just give me a second. Okay. to the CEO. Your workmen are responsible for the construction of buildings. They'll collect the steel and concrete from this room, from the storeroom, and take it to the construction site. They're used as raw materials to build the foundations and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of construction, so you should plan ahead when building new facilities. While we wait for them to finish, let's take a look around. Use the right stick the right analog stick to move the camera around, and use R2 and L2 to zoom in and out. So L2, R2, move around. We need to be able to get in and out of the building, so let's add an entrance for the large jail door into the south wall. Okay. Press left stick again to open the construction menu, and then select doors and walls. With doors and walls, simply select large jail door, positioning cursor for the door. Okay. Construction, walls and doors, large jail door, and then a bomb. Okay guys, this is what a real life place would look like. Okay? It will always look like a little architectural place when you go to prison. And entrance to the new building, okay. So let's just... As I said, we need a cell and an execution room inside of our new building. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. You can build brick walls by returning to the walls and doors menu, press left on the analog stick to open the construction menu, and then select walls and doors. Walls and doors, brick wall, bada bing, bada bum. And then we can go fast. Good work. Now larger doors, the dividing walls. Yep. You need to rotate one of these large jail doors before you place it. You can do this by clicking L3, I believe it is. So walls and doors, large jail door, L3 place, L3 place. And then add doors, yep, and then we gotta wait again. That's looking good. We now need to designate the room type of each room in our new building so that everyone knows what room is to be used for. Cage cells, a small area when our condemned inmate will rest until it's time to perform the execution. Then if you okay. Then rooms, and then nah, I want the execution to go here. Okay. Cell goes here. Execution goes here. Those new rooms have requirements before they can become functional. The cell needs to contain a bed and a toilet at the bare minimum to meet the legal requirements. The execution room obviously requires an electric chair if it is to be used to perform executions. You can find all these objects in the objects menu to add new objects to a room. Then press left on the analog stick to open the construction menu and select objects. So then the bed would go here, toilet would go here, and then the electric chair would go. Apparently we can't even switch it. There. That's essential taken care of, but there are still a few improvements you could make. It's up to you though, these aren't strictly required, it depends on how much you care about your prisoner and their environment. The toilet itself can be improved with an outward facing window and a small bookshelf, and the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Outside you could add some lighting, add a paved pathway if you think it needs it, and then boom. This is the man in question, Edward Romsey. This is like Gordon Ramsay's long lost cousin. Anyway, a teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made this decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you're satisfied that the facility is ready, you can begin the prisoner's transfer to his new cell. Simply place the cursor on his snapshot in his cell and press X to initiate transfer. So at any point we just press this and then stuff will happen. Okay, option 1. So build a window in the cell. What was it? It says so wooden floor we'll put here. Concrete we'll put here. Concrete we'll also put here. And then objects, a bookshelf can go here. A standard window can go. 2 of them, let's just put. And then we can put some. Wait, what was the to do? High quality floor. Put a bookshelf in the cell. Yep. Halfway into any facility. Build lights directly outside any facility. So go to lights and we can do this and this. And then we can just go God. That looks much better. It's important to go the extra mile like this. A well-designed prison is a slightly happier prison. And then begin the prison transfer by selecting a snapshot in Edward's cell. The chief is calling. Don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone cold killer. Guilty as charged. He even confessed. Wanna know what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 PM, the lights were already on, I knew she was home. Why were all the doors open? I knew I'd catch you to her. Edward, I... Don't. Just don't. What are you going to do? Pow, bitch! Pow, pow.
Totally forgot to cook that.
Sure where that goes? Anyway. Clear as day if you ask me, deserves every volt he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. In the moment it feels like it's the right choice, I'm guessing anyway. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them together. That's double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperate with the authorities. The state is making an example of him. If he'd committed his crime 100 miles north, he'd be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? Do you want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Jesus Christ. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't operational yet, because it doesn't have any power. We need to connect it directly to the power station that supplies our prison with its electricity. We are now viewing the prison in the underground view. In this view, you can see the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables, shown in green. Power is provided to the prison by the station, which draws electricity from the national grid. As you can see, this entire cell block is without power. To fix this problem, we need to switch back to the underground view to understand why the lights are without power. Unless electrical cables are too far away, our engineers can't complete the wiring for this area. We need to extend electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. To construct new electrical cables, press left on the D-pad to open the construction menu, and then select power supply. Place electrical cables in the highlighted areas to provide power for this cell block ASAP. Power supply. And then boom, boom, boom. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power, your new electrical chair does too. Use some more electrical cables to connect the execution facility to the power station. The electrical chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power supply. That means you'll need to connect it up directly with electrical cables. Wait for the engineers to build the power supply. CEO's calling. We're almost done, I think. We should test in the execution room at least once before we try to use it though. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds to make sure everything is okay. And that's when this happens. Well, that didn't work. Looks like we draw too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. We're going to need more justice to be able to handle this power. Oh, Oh, sorry, we're going to need more juice to be able to handle this power strike that the electrical chair generates. Adding capacitors to our power station allows it to handle having more electrical items connected to it. Build 3 more capacitors around the power station so that it has enough capacity to handle us turning on the electric chair. To add those capacitors, we need to press left on the analog stick and select the power supply menu again. And then there's the capacitors, and then we just place them there. And then we do this. Wait, there's photos around the place. I didn't know that. Now we've made those improvements, we should be able to get the power back up and running. Let's give it a go. Switch the power station back on by placing the cursor over it and pressing X. Let's light it back on all over the prison, which is a good sign. Now we need to test electric chair again, and here the power station copes with the extra load this time. Testing the electric chair is easy. You just need to switch it on, place the cursor over it, and press the X button. Well done, I believe we've finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. And this is where we kick back and we can watch what happens. Can I help you? And then he says nothing, pretty much. Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I asked I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to get back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you no matter what you have done if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. It is time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon. He will have the final judgment on you. Edward Ramsey, you have been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. Penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. Okay guys, I'm back. One of the inmates has been put on suicide watch. Henry Morgan, Benedict's partner in crime. The prisoner's quality... Oh, wait, what? No, wait, what? Sorry. A massive fire has destroyed the prison's kitchen and canteen and injured Don Palermo, the resident mob boss. Find a way to feed the inmates quickly or we'll have a riot on our hands. In this chapter you'll learn about demolition, time controls, regime, and prisoner needs. Good job you were here. There's a crisis brewing in the facility. Someone started a fire in the kitchen. It's out of control. The priority is to put it out, stop any casualties and prevent more damage. You need to call the fire department immediately. Press down to open the emergencies menu. Highlight firemen and press X to have fire engine dispatch to your location. Get on the control. Yep. First of all, I'm gonna sound effects. Firemen. You'll need to direct the firemen while they're on site, so I better teach you how to control them. Press down to reopen the emergency menu and highlight the firemen options. The firemen highlighted, press down to browse the squads currently on site. Press X to select the squad you want to control. With a squad selected, simply place the cursor where you want to move them. Press X again, yep. Once you have the squad selected, you can keep pressing X to quickly change where you want the squad to move. The firemen pass any fires en route to the location you specified. They will stop those nearest to fires before continuing along their path. Select the squad of firemen now and move them to the burning buildings. Don't worry about anything else, just get them close and they'll do the rest.